Hello everyone, welcome to Traditionally Modern Food. Today we are going to see how to make delicious instant gulab jamun without using store-bought gulab jamun mix. Detailed recipe with tips and tricks to make crackless gulab jamun makes it a great beginner-friendly recipe. Let's get started. Today I have split gulab jamun making process into 4 main steps. First step, to prepare the jamun dough. In a wide vessel, add half cup of milk powder, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. Take the exact measurement of dry ingredients and mix well. We can't overknead the dough after adding the wet ingredients, so make sure you mix well the dry ingredients first. After mixing the dry ingredients, let's add the wet ingredients one by one. 1 tablespoon of ghee, 2 tablespoons of milk. Today I have added cold milk. If you have hot milk, bring it to room temperature and then add it. Finally, add half teaspoon of thick curd. Mix gently. Avoid overkneading as overknead dough results in dense jamun. Based on your milk powder, if required, add few drops of milk. Avoid pouring more milk at once. If the dough needs extra milk, always add little by little and avoid adding water to the dough. While mixing the dough might look sticky, but after resting it for few minutes, the dough turns fine. Now our jamun dough is ready. Cover it with a damp cloth or paper towel and rest it for 10 minutes. Meantime, let's make the sugar syrup. So step 2 is making sugar syrup. In a heavy bottom pan, add 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, half teaspoon of cardamom powder or 3 cardamom pods, a pinch of saffron. Mix well and turn on the stove on medium flame. Now let's boil the sugar syrup. Boil the sugar syrup for 7 to 8 minutes. For gulab jamun, we need watery sugar syrup, so avoid one string consistency. At one stage, you can see sticky sugar syrup. That is the consistency we are looking for. Turn off the stove immediately and move the vessel aside. Now our sugar syrup is ready. Third step is to make the jamun balls. Before making the jamun balls, let's heat the oil. Today I'm going to fry the jamuns in oil. You can also fry the jamun in ghee. Turn on the stove to low flame and let's heat the oil. Meanwhile, let's start preparing the jamun dough. Grease your hands with little ghee and pinch a small portion of the dough. Roll it gently and make jamun balls. Make sure the jamun balls are crack free, because if the jamun balls have cracks, it might split while frying. Repeat the step and make all the jamun balls. After making the jamun balls, cover it with a damp cloth and keep it like that till we fry. Now our jamun balls are ready. Now let's fry the jamun. Before frying a batch of jamun, always test the oil first. After the oil turns medium hot, pinch a small portion of the dough and drop it into the hot oil. If it starts floating upwards immediately without changing its color, the oil is at right temperature and ready for deep frying. If the jamun starts floating upwards immediately and turns brown, then the oil is too hot. We have to cool the oil, so turn off the stove for some time and heat again to the right temperature. If the jamun balls don't come floating at all, then oil is not hot enough, need to be heated little bit more. Now the oil is at the right temperature, so let's start frying the jamuns. Slowly draw 4 to 5 jamuns or according to the size of the pan. Jamun sinks. In few seconds, it starts floating without changing color. Carefully flip and cook evenly. Cook till the jamuns are deep fried and turns into golden brown. Transfer them to an oil filter to absorb excess oil. Maintain the oil temperature throughout the frying process by adjusting the flame between low-medium for even cooking. While frying the last batch of jamun, turn on the sugar syrup to the lowest flame and let it get warm. Make sure the sugar syrup is not boiling, as it might affect the sugar syrup consistency. After the sugar syrup turns warm, we are going to add the jamuns. Add all the jamuns and turn off the stove immediately. We should always add the jamuns to the warm sugar syrup. So if the sugar syrup is not warm, then it won't soak properly. If the sugar syrup is piping hot, it might break the jamuns and add few drops of rose essence. Move the pan aside and gently mix so that all the jamun is well soaked in the sugar syrup. After the jamun is cool, close it with a lid and let the jamun sit for at least 4 hours. After 4 hours, our tasty gulab jamun is ready. Do try this for this Diwali. Thank you for watching Traditionally Modern Food. If you like this video, do subscribe TMF for more recipes. Thank you.